Okay, today we have a bonus picture of the day. This is called a red-eared pond slider because they have red patches on the side of their head. And these are very, very common turtles.
I like turtles.
Yes, I used to have a couple of these.
Have you seen that video? Yeah.
My children love turtles. This one is a female. Can you tell?
That's me?
Oh yeah.
On the red-eared pine slider, you can tell if it's a female because if you look at their claws, see how she has very short claws? If it was a boy, they would be about this long.
Oh god.
Just up front. So in their front claws, the boys have very, very long nails, and the females have short nails. And the boys use their nails. I had read that the boys use their nails in some sort of mating dance, which was.
Krispy Kreme?
Oh, we'll get to that in a second. That the boys used them in some sort of mating dance, and I never understood what this was until I actually saw it happen. It was really cool. I had a boy, and we put a girl in his cage with him, and he immediately went into this mating dance, and they stick their hands out like this, and they go and splash the water around, and apparently that's a turn on. So, yeah, I'm just saying for those of you guys who have been striking out lately, have you heard of dry or something? But
It works on me. Everyone
anyway, it's pretty cool. So, second thing here, there is a Krispy Kreme Teacher of the Year that you can nominate somebody for. You would fill out this section because you would be the nominator, and you'd fill out this section for the teacher. Now, I have no chance of winning this year because I won last year. But
Miss RC!
you're right. What I'm saying is, if there is a teacher that you think has gone above and beyond, this is a good chance to go do this. So you go to KrispyKremeTexas.com, and there's a little link that says Teacher of the Year. So you click on that, and you can download these forms, or you can fill it out online. You have to nominate the teacher, and then you have to, in 250 words or more, describe why this teacher is a wonderful teacher.
No, I'm not down. I'm not
It's
down.
not that hard to write.
Wait, time out. Is this for everybody in Texas, or is it like...
They divide Texas into like 5 different regions, and so really it's just South Texas for us. But yeah, I won last year, and the reason I won last year, it was kind of funny because the year before, 3 people had nominated me, and they said, sorry you didn't make it, but because you were nominated, they gave me a free coupon for a dozen donuts. And I said, hey, this is really cool. And so I told all my kids that in all my classes, I said, you need to go online and nominate me because I get these free coupons, and then we'll have like a donut party. And instead I won. So it's pretty funny. But anyway, what I would like to say about this though, if you're nominating a teacher, if you nominate them on here online and you just click send, you will not have a copy of it. And that's not bad for you. But with me, I won last year, and they said, oh, this person who nominated you, they said these most wonderful things. It was such a touching letter. And I said, can I read it? And they're like, oh, I'll try and find it. And they could never find it. And so I don't know what they wrote about me. And so it's sad. And I asked the girl, and she said, well, I didn't keep a copy of it. I just typed it in and hit send. And so what I'm telling you, as a teacher, over the years, what has meant to me much more than somebody giving me chocolate or somebody giving me a mug is somebody writing me a letter saying why they appreciated what I've done. So I'm just saying, if you nominate somebody like that, copy what you wrote, stick it in an email, and send it to that teacher. It'll make their day. Okay? So that's a good thing.
If I send it to Miss RC, she's going to grab it correct.
Anna kind of went into ISS to be the mailing situation. I got it figured out, but she hasn't. So she's English right now.
Good job.
Second block.
All right, so Tomorrow you have a test.
Yay!
Hooray! I'm so totally gonna ace this thing. Woohoo! OMG, the test is so like this review, I'm stopping anyone with less than 80 on the test tomorrow. What? There's a test tomorrow? What? So, vocabulary. What are the three components of a true projectile?
Inertia.
Gravity, inertia, and air resistance. Which one could we ignore?
Air resistance.
Air resistance, but we couldn't ignore the other two. So any other answer other than these three is going to be
Wrong.
yeah. Other things we should know, of course. What direction has a constant velocity is horizontal, because horizontally we're controlled by
Distance. No.
horizontally we're controlled by inertia. Inertia says we want to keep doing what we've been doing, which means we're going to travel at a constant speed. So the constant speed goes with horizontal. The one that's always changing its velocity is going to be vertical, because gravity is going to accelerate us, and inertia says we're going to go at a constant speed. So again, these should make sense. The direction that's influenced by gravity, obviously up and down is what's fighting gravity, so that one's going with there, but since gravity's constantly accelerating us, that's changing our direction. Horizontally, we're affected by inertia, so horizontal, constant, horizontal, inertia, yeah. So, you should know that. Name something that's not a true projectile. Well, you know it's not a projectile if
It's self-propelled.
it's self-propelled or
Flies like a rock.
doesn't fly like a rock. So anything that doesn't fly like a rock would be like a boomerang, a frisbee, a paper airplane, a flying bird. These would all be good examples of things that are not true projectiles because they don't fly like a rock.
So if it has like a little pretty thing to it, it's not a projectile.
Exactly.
You got me.
I got you. I'm stuck with you. So name 5 things that actually are projectiles. Of course, there's something that does fly like a rock. So a penny, a soccer ball, an iPod, a severed head, a dead bird. I can go to England and throw a penny.
No, it's a cent. We're in America.
A tennis ball, your mom, a rock, a cupcake, a bullet, Bob. All of these are going to be true projectiles.
It's like my mom.
So if I chop your head off and throw it out the window, that would be a projectile. And so yeah, we did stick a rock in there. Because
It's a rock.
Wait, I want to take a picture of that.
yes, if you're completely boring and can't have any imagination at all, then tomorrow you could just go down the ball list. A soccer ball, baseball, football. You know, be stupid and boring. But on the other hand, you guys are good at imaginative things, but don't get imaginative and say boomerangs and paper airplane. Okay? Anyway, why is a frisbee not a true projectile? Yeah, the easy answer is it doesn't fly like a rock. The more complicated answer is it has something more than inertia, gravity, and air resistance acting on it. In this case, it's Bernoulli's principle. So Bernoulli's principle we haven't talked about in class, but it deals with pressure changes and lift and stuff. So the pressure over the top of the disc is lower and the pressure underneath the disc is higher, so it gives it a lift and it starts acting weird. I can get this to do all kinds of funny things, but they definitely don't fly like a rock. So the path taken by a projectile is called its trajectory, and the shape of that trajectory is a parabola. So parabola, true bolus. Okay, so those are our 3 vocabulary words. Really, it's projectile, trajectory, and parabola, right?
Yeah.
So that's easy. This will all be fill in the blank, but this is total cake, right?
Yes.
Grooviness. Then there are going to be some problems. So if you get out your Unit 1 worksheet, or Unit 5, excuse me, Unit 5 work. Wow, I'm way behind. The Unit 5 worksheet up in the question section, I want you to circle number 3, 4, 5. In section number 1, I want you to circle 1, 3, 7. In section number 2, I want you to circle 1, but 1 has an A, B, and C, and really on the test, I'm just going to check you over A and C part of that. and then do number 4, and do number 8. And we also need to know
Which angles will that?
what angles land at the same spot. So if I say that I threw something at a 20-degree angle, then what other angle would land at the same spot? 70. Because 20 and 70 add up to 90. So you should know that they're going to add up to 90. They're going to be complementary. They're going to say, "Oh, I love the way your hair looks today."
Oh, that's what I said last time.
Ah.
No,
So-
I said that complementary angles make me feel flattered.
Yes. Okay, in question number 3, this question will appear on your test exactly like it is right there. What one thing does the vertical and horizontal motion have in common?
What?
What is the one thing the vertical and horizontal motion have in common?
Velocity.
The constant.
This velocity was constant, this velocity was changing. This one was by inertia, and this one was done by gravity. This one was, they're different. That's why we get this funny shape instead of oink, oink.
They make a parabola.
So they get this parabola because we got these two different things mixed. There's got nothing in common except for one thing. Time. We could solve for time in one side and plug it in the other. We could solve for time up and down and plug it in the side to side. We could do that time thing. So the one thing they have in common is time. So